Hi everyone, this is Kevin from Supernatural Selection. Are you an independent creator? Do you have a webcomic or an Etsy store? Do you 3D print things? Or are you just looking to get some word out for your Discordian cabal with social terrorism? Well, we'd love to help. And David, I believe you've got some details about how we can help.
Why, certainly. If you go to supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact, that is supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact, you can learn how to advertise with us.
That's right. I believe the rate is $2 per episode. You can't beat that with a stick.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, we've tried.
Yeah, that's cheap. That's literally cheaper than dirt.
Mm-hmm. And best of all, if you're not sure how to write an ad, we'll do it for you. We'll even record it.
Absolutely. Just let us know what you need in the ad, and we'll be happy to do that for you.
And again, that URL is supernaturalselectionpod.com/contact.
And now, back to the show. Oh, thank God.
It only took us a couple tries.
Yeah,
And once again, Kevin, sorry, I'm not drunk enough to have sex with you.
that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I didn't need you making sweet love to me anyway. Oh, boy, welcome to this here distraction hole. I'm your host, Texas Kev. With me this week is Big Bison Mike. How you doing there, Mike?
I don't think there's enough alcohol in the world, actually, for me to go that far.
Well, that's just rootin' and tootin', and we've got the toughest son of a bitch from San Antonio, Mr. David Davis. David, how are you?
The distortion on your voice right now is incredible. Just it's incredible. It feels like I'm talking to like a speak and spell or something.
Well, this is a complete fuck you to the last two episodes openings with the Calmcast.
It's just every opening is just like us trying to fuck with each other at this point.
Oh boy! So
Jesus Christ. Yeah, keep it up, bitch.
I had to drink some water there for a second.
Do that for an hour and a half. I dare you. I double dare you.
No,
I was Calmcast for that long.
Yeah, no, I know I can't do it that long. But hello and welcome to this the distraction hole, and you have fallen into
Supernat hole.
The Supernat Distracto hole of wonders, and I'm your host Kevin. And we've got Mike and David, as I said. And Mike is not going to have sex with me. And David is dealing with distortion. So, guys, let's talk about what's been distracting us this week. And Mike, you go first.
Staying alive. Staying alive.
Nice.
So, we'll get the anime out of the way first. Watched season 2 of Slime anime. Slime-ame.
Mm-hmm.
Slime-ame.
So David added me with a meme. It's the horse on fire meme for the season 1 and 2, or the first half in the middle of the horse, and then season 3 was just a meeting of horses.
I saw that meme.
And here's the thing, that actually starts in the middle of season 2.
Mm-hmm.
Like halfway through season 2, it's all people standing around or sitting around talking.
You know what this reminds me of? It reminds me of The Wheel of Time, how the first several books are very like Tolkien-esque and adventure, and then suddenly it's Game of Thrones politics.
I mean, you can't even say Game of Thrones politics. It's like, I think it makes Game of Thrones politics look like, kindergarten.
It's pretty fucked up, but yeah, it's
kindergarten schoolroom like shoving matches.
It's not even a hard left though. It's like the joke on The Simpsons where like they didn't realize Fox turning into hardcore porn happened so slowly they didn't notice at first.
The Wheel of Time's shift to all statesmanship was so slow I didn't even notice.
Yeah, no, that's what happened with this, huh?
Well, it still has like it was never like a lot of fighting. It was always like, say in any given arc, there was like maybe 10 minutes of fighting and all, rest of it is characters, doing character things. But now
here it is. Like Rimuru is incredibly overpowered, and meanwhile Rimuru has these like subordinates who are incredibly overpowered, and they just like shred through shit.
Yeah, so
the fighting isn't interesting anymore.
I wouldn't say it's interesting, just watching shit get absolutely wrecked.
Yeah, the ritual to become an actual demon lord was like, holy crap, that's crazy. That was pretty rad.
Yeah, but yeah, so he's a slime and he's making a country of monsters.
Well, and now he's a slime androgynous like what is like the feminized version of a twink? Like, because there's twink and then there's like a more feminized version of that.
A
lady
boy.
Oh no, probably not that.
Okay.
But
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. It's just it's very funny. Like
he's definitely femi twink.
Yes,
but
for sure.
Also at the same time, like totally androgynous.
Mm-hmm.
Ow, Ginger, that hurt. She bit my knuckle.
Oh.
Because she wants attention, but I'm talking to you.
She does that.
Yeah, and so also I came to the realization, he's Rimuru's all like, especially in slime form, gets nestled in a lot of bosoms.
Mm-hmm. Bosoms.
But he's also very appreciative of some of his male subordinates. I'm like going,
that's kind of nice.
So I'm like going, this, it's probably very forward thinking for Japanese entertainment and anime. But yeah, I mean, it's not like outright said he's bi or anything, but he's like, wow, that's a handsome man. Like he was talking about like his what was it, the ninja guy?
It's probably the lack of genitals.
Nah, stop chewing on my hand.
I'm sorry, I'm hungry.
I aggressively pet the cat.
I was just gonna say that like the slime anime is very cozy.
Yeah, it oh god, you did that just to get my slime, didn't you?
Get your goat slime.
Yeah. It is, I wouldn't say it's cozy. It's got too much like stuff going on. Cozy I would call, if anything, it would be, I don't know, Azumanga Daioh.
That is a cozy ass anime right there.
Anything that's all friend stuff with, shenanigans.
Well, it's the spin-off series, I guess, that would more classify, because you've only been watching the main series. There is a side series of episodes that's just like life in the Great Forest, Rimuru City, whatever.
No, I've seen the OVAs after episode 1, but I haven't looked for a companion series.
I think it might be the OVAs for after season 2. Yeah.
Well, I've already started upon season 3, so I'll have to look those up too.
Yes. Then you'll be able to confirm the meme or not.
Oh, and I want to say that Clayman had some big Trump energy.
Right?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It's a character that was pretty much the enemy he defeated in the end of season 2. And man, that guy was like
big Trump vibes.
Yes, like more so than a lot of like anime villains, like just all haughty and everything, and then all then sniveling. But I don't know. Just watching it, I'm going, wow, this guy I just see so much Trump.
Oh, how are you enjoying released Veldora?
Man, he is. Look! When he's literally fighting and doing Hadoukens and Kamehamehas.
Yeah, the dragon becomes the biggest fucking weeb and just reads manga all the time.
Yeah, because yeah, so yeah, the slime has introduced manga to this fantasy world. I guess he has the ability to like perfectly recall all the anime or all the manga he's read and can produce it from his slime body.
Yep.
Gross.
It's pretty great.
Yeah. So, let's see. Other than that, have I watched anything?
Do we want to talk about how wrecked we all are after Dan to Dan this week?
Yeah, I was fucked, man.
That was
great.
heavy.
That was like heavier than I was expecting for goddamn sure.
If it was a U.S. show, I would have said that was a Emmy play right there.
Yeah, no, that was definitely awards show territory.
Yeah. No, it was very, very affecting. I think I see the formula now for every single fucking yokai.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm terrified of it because I don't know if I can do this every week.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's going to be a yokai based on like Oscar Schindler or something like that. Just,
Oh, shut up, Jesus!
like Jesus Christ. Oh.
Look, Dan to Dan's the only anime I'm watching right now, but like I'm just kind of happy to have such a good anime to watch.
Yeah.
Because like I missed having an anime to give a shit about.
I don't know. You should try the slime one. Not to derail, but
No, it's fine. I just, I guess I was still burned from like both the second season of Melancholy of Haruhi Suzumiya and that sequel to Eureka 7.
now, Kevin, have you ever watched Konosuba?
I don't know what that is.
Okay, so the best parallel that I've found is people have called it like Always Sunny in Philadelphia, but in a fantasy world.
Okay, you already got me a little bit turned off, but okay, keep going.
Oh no, it's like an idiot and three girl idiots kind of failing their way upwards in society. It's very funny.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Yeah. No, really, he needs to watch Delicious Dungeon Meshi.
Yes.
Y'all keep saying that. Everyone keeps telling me to watch Dungeon Meshi.
Watch Dungeon
Good.
Meshi.
Yeah, if everybody's telling you to watch it, it's probably because they care about you and want you to enjoy something.
The problem is the last time, and I don't remember what the show was, a bunch of people told me to watch something, I'd really enjoy it. I fucking hated it. So
what was the show?
I don't remember. It was a while back.
So you can't even remember the thing, and you're still...
I was so... Here's the thing. I was so traumatized because, like, I felt so bad... for not liking it, that I was like, I don't know if I'm gonna watch anything anyone recommends anymore.
If you don't like it, I mean that's fine. You know what I mean? You're letting yourself like be too in your head about it.
You know what? I feel like I'm taking over the discussion and trying to work through shit I need to talk to my therapist.
Hey, it's like the first episode we did.
Yeah, I know. Let's not play Kevin Hates Everything again. So, Mike, what else?
Let's see.
What else you been up to?
There's Lower Decks, the last season. It's currently going on.
Still fucking mad about that.
I mean, yeah, but I mean, it's gonna have to end sometime.
I know, but they didn't want to end, and it's just getting canceled because Kurtzman's a dickbag.
I feel like they're gonna get a movie.
And like, yeah, do something.
You know what? I hope in the next live action series we see like Captain Boimler.
Yeah. Well, I know that Tawny Newsome and someone else, they're writing a Star Trek sitcom.
Adjacent, yeah.
Oh, yeah, I heard about that. Tawny Newsome is just like a fucking, like a force to be reckoned with in Star Trek right now.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah. Well, she's a super fan that, made it in. So
yeah, it's like if you and me got in there.
Yeah.
Except with more talent.
Yes. And a lot prettier, too.
Yeah. We are not handsome lads.
Let's see. Like you said, the movie thing. Imagine all the like movie jokes they could do in a Lower Decks movie.
Jesus Christ!
It'd be like that episode where they were doing the holodeck simulation or whatever, and they kept going doing the reveal of the spaceship.
I'm just picturing in every single scene they killed Data.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna get back on Paramount next month because I want to watch Lower Decks. I also want to watch Transformers 1.
Oh God, that is so good. Sorry.
And then I want to rewatch all the Sonic the Hedgehog stuff because Sonic 3 comes out next month.
You watch 2.
I didn't see 2 either, and I'm still shocked that Keanu Reeves is in 3.
It's just so perfect.
Like, I was shocked Idris Elba was in 2, and now Keanu Reeves. I'm just confused.
If there's a 4, who are they going to get to, like, be
Play Amy.
Who?
Yeah, who's going to play Amy Rose? The pink hedgehog.
Yeah, I know who it is. I'm trying to think of somebody with enough gravitas.
Helen Mirren.
I was going to say freaking Helen Mirren.
Yeah, okay.
Since we no longer have Dame Judi Dench, we have to go the next best thing.
God, that would have been fucking... No. You know who's going to play Amy? Ian McKellen.
You don't think he could do it? Just watch.
Sonic.
It's weird how legitimately good those Sonic the Hedgehog movies were. And then even the Knuckles show was a ton of fun.
Here's the thing. I haven't watched them, but I was shocked at how much I liked that first movie.
Mm-hmm.
And the fact that... what's the guy that plays the human in those?
Oh, God, yeah, like...
Marsden.
Jason Marsden.
Yeah, it's just funny he got more fucking character development in there than he ever did in the X-Men movies.
Let's see. I'm trying to think anything else I did this week.
Well, for being old, you bought some silverware.
Yeah,
we're excited about that.
I went to Costco today and bought silverware.
It's... You say that, and then, like, one day we were shopping, and we found, like, this kind of, like, chromatic silverware, and we got really excited. Because, like, ooh, that's neat.
Oh, yeah. They didn't have that this time.
They just got kind of satin finish. Ooh,
it's cool, though.
But Monday, we went to Costco Monday, too, last Monday, and we bought a drain board.
Yeah!
That was awesome.
I also had kind of an old man kind of like, oh, that's a good buy moment, because... So how much you guys pay for prime rib back there?
God, I don't know.
I have no idea.
We don't really do a lot of good meat.
Yeah, I don't buy, like, super fancy meat. I usually just buy, like, ground meat or chicken or something.
Yeah, that was Film Gauge's territory.
So here's the thing. Like, I don't buy beef very often because it's fucking expensive, right?
Yeah.
Right.
But I decided to swing by the grocery store after I went to go see a movie, which I'll talk about later. And I found prime rib for about $5 a pound. So I got 3.5 pounds for less than $20.
Yeah,
that's actually pretty fucking good.
I was gonna say, 'cause that's like cheaper than ground meat probably.
And you're in California. I mean,
yeah, it was kind of a very like I'm not obviously a hunter, right? But it was like that primal kind of like we bring home beast. Yeah, it was fantastic.
Drunk bring home food.
Yes, exactly. Oh man, I was very proud of myself for that, and I didn't do anything. I just saw that there was a deal on prime rib.
Hey, after that, did you go into the woods and join a drum circle?
I should have.
You should have joined that awful movement.
I think your beard probably got longer from that, right?
Some say his beard grew 2 sizes that day.
Maybe, man, maybe. I don't know. I was just proud of myself. But anyway, Mike, so you got silverware and you got a drain bore.
Drain board, yes.
Yep.
I'm trying to think of what else
It's got a turning spigot for the drainage.
Yeah, it's kind of fancy. Look, it's one of those fancy drain boards that I've seen like versions of it for like $50, $60.
It was like 20.
And yeah, it was 30. But you get one of those basic wire rack drain boards, which is what we had before, except it was missing the silverware cup. And so one of those wire rack drain boards is like $20, right? And so this was like $30 for a really nice one that has like a full, like it's got the little hooks on the side to hang cups on.
Yeah, this fucker looks like it came from the Sharper Image or Sky Mall or something.
But it has a full tray that catches all the drips from cups you put on the hooks.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, no, highfalutin.
And it's level too. It doesn't lean like all the other drain boards. It's level, and like the center, it has like a rack in it, and the center kind of slopes down to the middle with a little drain like a sink would have.
Like a school bathroom.
Yeah, with a little spigot out the bottom that shoots the water into the sink.
I gotta say, that sounds like a pretty nice fucking drain board.
It's pretty nice.
It's pretty goddamn nice, and this is what we've become.
Pretty nice.
It's pretty nice. But no, I did actually pick up sort of a new hobby this week. I almost forgot.
Oh?
So, one of the YouTube channels I watch sometimes is Lockpicking Lawyer, and he's I don't know if he owns it or is just affiliated with this company, Covert Instruments, which sells lockpicks and stuff. And so they launched a new lockpick. I'm pretty sure I saw it Sunday and ordered it that night, and I got it Friday. It's this little aluminum lockpick, like not foldable, but
retractable.
Yeah, retractable, because there's a style of knife called a gravity open, which
it reminds me of a butterfly knife, but lockpick.
Yeah, it kind of hinges open, and the blade or whatever implement is free to fall out under gravity because it has lugs on it that keep it from falling all the way out.
Now, do you find yourself needing to pick locks very often?
No, but it's something I've always been interested in.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair.
My comment was, but dude, you don't even play Skyrim.
Hey, look, I play Fallout, and there's plenty of lockpicking in there.
That's fair. It's the same fucking mechanic, too, and I love that mechanic.
So it's just something I've always wanted to try. And it seems like one of those skills that would be useful in a pinch.
Look, when society collapses within the next 4 years, I'm going to be glad you got that.
I mean, who here hasn't locked themselves out of something and wish they could pick a lock?
That's fair. That's fair.
So, and here's something I've learned. So I got the lockpick, and I have a few little things around. I have an old padlock and a deadbolt from the front door when we swapped the locks. So I sat down Friday night. Yeah, it was Friday night because I got the lockpick Friday. And I sat down at my desk and started messing with those, looking up stuff, how to do it. And let me tell you, it's a lot harder than they make it look. Mm-hmm. Lockpicking Lawyer, you watch one of his videos, and the one of the kind of the not new hotness, but the kind of golden standard in lockpicking right now is what's called a wave rake, which just kind of looks like a series of waves in a flat piece of metal.
Oh, it's the one you were showing me.
Yeah, and so you have a turner, which is just kind of like a L-shaped piece of metal you put in the lock.
The screwdriver when you're playing Fallout.
Yeah, you put tension on the lock so it doesn't. So you're turning it as much as it can while it's still locked, and then you rake the pins in the lock back, and just with the rake, you rake it back and forth really quick. And you watch someone on YouTube do it. It's put the turner in, turn it, rake, open. Just within 2-3 seconds, just pops open. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I sat here for 15 minutes trying to get one open. I got it open eventually. But yeah, it takes, I've been describing it as the process is basically the same as, an infinite number of monkeys on typewriters making Shakespeare. Mm-hmm. You're just sitting there, the faster you can rake, the more tries you're having, and just eventually you're going to get the right combination. Okay. So you're just basically jiggling the hell out of everything in the lock, all the pins going up and down, and trying to just, through sheer odds, get it all to align in the correct way.
Okay.
I kind of want to try this, actually. So and you might want to leave a lock in that thing out.
So the next day at work, Saturday, I start working, and I'm going, wow, my forearms are on fire. Because I was doing all that stuff. I probably messed with it for over an hour, just trying different things. And just the combination of, holding a lock in the right position and, all those rapid movements with my other hand. And plus, you have to figure out exactly how it goes in, because there's really only one way that rake is going to go in the lock smoothly. Every other way just binds up. Mm-hmm. So I'm at first I'm going, how am I doing this wrong? It's stuck. It's I stick it in there, it's stuck, and it's it just feels like I'm going to break everything trying to do it. So, but eventually, you figure out the exact, you can't go in straight up and down. It actually kind of has to lay over to the side a little bit, because, if you look at a keyway in a lock, it's got all kinds of goes down and then to one side and down and to the other side because all the cutouts in the key that guide it in, and
Yeah, it's got the bump.
well, not the bumps, but I'm talking about like on the long face of it.
No, that's what I'm talking about. The grooves.
The grooves, the grooves in the keys.
So here's the thing. Between your lockpick kit, my bolt cutters, Kevin, what are you bringing to the table?
I have 2 machetes.
Shit, there we go. There we fucking go.
Look, if you duct tape all 3 of us together, we equal 1 Robert Evans.
Shit, there we go.
I don't know. I don't think any of us are as suave as him.
Yeah, none of us have done enough
call
drugs.
Him suave, mostly drunk and high with a machete.
I don't know. Just hearing
throwing
him talk,
bagels.
He sounds a lot more. I don't know. Together, maybe
with the exception of the atonal screeching at the beginning of the
like I said,
episode.
I don't listen. I don't really. I haven't directly listened to him myself. I hear a lot of Kevin listening
he
to him.
hears his tone of voice though, and it does sound very knowledgeable.
And sometimes he's on like the Some More News or Even More News podcast, which I do listen to. So I'm not. I have secondhand knowledge of him.
No, there was at least the 3 of us seem like we're like each 1/3 ready for the revolution. So
yeah, and also speaking of which, given the situation in the world, I look forward to the return of what was that show they did again about the worst year ever? That was it. Their post-election Trump era podcast.
Oh yeah.
Guess that's coming back.
Yeah.
Small victories, I guess.
Yep. Yeah, I'm actually listening to, I just got done with his, 4-part series on Andrew Tate. Wow, that motherfucker actually talked about absorbing energy from all the other men in the room and releasing it as an electric fireball. And I'm like, are you talking about a Kamehameha wave?
No, he wouldn't, because then if you knew what it was, he would call you a virgin. That's Andrew Tate's MO.
I love the fact that he is bent so hard toward anti-woman that he feels that sex with women is gay. Jeez. He has literally started ranting about sex with women is gay, and just being with a bro and masturbating is the straightest thing you can do.
Yeah, so I've seen plenty of people, not claim, but, theorize that Andrew Tate is just closeted.
Oh, he has to be. Look, I've never heard him refer to a female as anything other than bitches.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Fuck that guy.
Yeah, the 2 words that come out of his mouth most are bitches and titties, and it's disgusting. Like, my skin crawls hearing him talk.
And here's the thing: gay guys can like boobs. Like, I've known gay guys that love boobs.
Oh,
they just don't want to do sexual things with women.
Oh yeah, no. Benji Bear from the old not Pineapple Cast, Key Party. he loves boobs. Yeah. And he's gay.
To clarify, that is the Key Party podcast, not an actual Key Party. Though I don't know what you guys get up to.
I used to be the announcer on that show, yes.
Well, there was Letterkenny. They had a great conversation between the 2 hockey jocks. Yeah, the 2 hockey jocks. Oh. And then the 2 gay gym rats, and just talking about how gay dudes love boobs, and it's great.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Yeah, I love Letterkenny.
And it makes sense, biologically, because all
it's a front butt.
People. Well, all people like boobs because when you're a child, you're attracted to them because it's nourishment.
And again, it's a front butt.
And
Jesus
comfort.
What it is.
Okay.
No, see, Kevin, that's the sex part. We're talking about the other things it symbolizes other than the sex part.
Okay, fair.
Like the comfort, the nourishment.
That's fair. I could see that.
Yeah.
So what else have you been up to, Mike?
Other than Kevin continuously yelling front butt.
Front butt?
So if you have
here's shirt.
So if you have if a fat person has one of those front butts too.
Oh, that is
do they
not
have
attractive.
3 butts?
Technically,
the chest
yes.
butt and then the 2 waist butts.
The chest butt, the waist butt, and the bottom butt.
Wow.
3
3 butt person.
3 butt moon.
So I So,
Gotta do that poster. 3-ass moon.
but it's already moons. 3 moon.
Oh, God. Somebody stop me.
So speaking of being tickled by your own idea, I had one last night. This more pertains to the other podcast, but
Okay.
but I'm gonna put it here just because. I had an idea for our first Christmas shirt.
Oh?
For Supernat.
I don't think you told me about
No,
this.
I didn't, because I had this idea in the shower last night and I couldn't stop laughing. It's I Want to Believe, right?
Uh-huh.
Except instead of a UFO, it's a flying Christmas tree.
Fuck you. Fuck both of you.
Oh, it's so perfect. We're making it happen.
Okay, well, you're designing it. I'm not making fun. Hey, do me a favor, though. If you do it, can you do it in the style of the classic Christmas album? You know, the stick figure artist guy that I can never remember his name?
Yeah, just send
The
me
very
like the
special
reference.
Christmas album?
Yeah.
Yeah, do it in the style of that, but the Christmas tree falling from the sky. Also, once again, fuck both of you.
You can't deny that that's a good.
It is funny as hell. I just hate you. That's all.
I guess that's all for me. I can't think of anything else. I mean, I've been
That's
really
all for
boring
now.
lately. I took out the garbage tonight.
Okay.
Are we just going over what we did in the last, 6 hours?
I'm not. This
Yeah.
is not the chores cast.
I mean, it could be if that's all I did was chores.
Okay, that's fair, but it.
That would be a fun April Fool's episode where we just kind of go over, household tasks that we do that week for, an hour.
I had to trim my fucking fingernails earlier today.
I trim my nails, too.
Wow, that's really not interesting at all.
Stimulating.
Wow.
An in-depth dive into our Costco trips.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yep. No, we're gonna have to start putting video of it up on the YouTube
turn by turn, guided trips. Like we turned on aisle 3. There was the Vitamix blenders.
Yay.
Now, when did you go to Costco? Was that today?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Mike,
so
you did
samples. Samples. Did you get samples?
Kit got one sample of a chicken meatball.
I don't know. Usually when I pass by the samples, although I did pass by one and they were cooking little Kodiak pancakes. They were still cooking them, and I was like,
damn it, I'm not waiting for these.
yeah.
Yeah.
Did you guys get yourselves a hot dog and a soda?
I did.
I did not.
Because I was hungry, though. I was really hungry because I woke up and went bowling.
Mm-hmm.
And I only had a drink at bowling because
You sound like such a fucking middle-aged dad there.
I know.
Woke up, went bowling, had a beer, went to Costco.
It wasn't a beer. He had a cola.
It was Mountain Dew.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But I woke up at noon, so that's less middle-aged dad.
I was gonna say.
Well, that's middle-aged divorced dad.
If it was a beer, he'd be Fred Flintstoning.
But I didn't eat anything because I usually don't like eating anything until about 2 hours after I wake up. So I didn't eat anything at the bowling alley. Got home and immediately left for Costco with Kevin and Dusty. I know.
Yeah, no. Well, I usually fuck up, so I'm trying to make sure I say the right name.
And we went to Costco and spent an hour and a half in Costco going around. So by the time we were done with that, I was freaking starving. Mm-hmm. So I got a hot dog. My problem with the Costco hot dogs though is that they only have ketchup, mustard, and relish available. I want some damn mayonnaise on my hot dog. As Midwestern as that sounds,
it's very Canadian.
I like some mayo and
totally
ketchup on my dog.
I eat mayo on my dogs as well, so don't feel bad. But I didn't get anything because have you ever been so hangry that you just didn't want to eat?
No,
It's
I mean,
paradoxically, you're just so hangry, you're just too pissed off to look at food.
no. I'm
Well,
just
that's where I
I'm,
was.
I'm hungry. It's like fuck. I start getting into. I'm gonna eat this cardboard box. I'm just
Well,
hungry.
I didn't want a hot dog. I'm still kind of burnt out from when I had like the 2 weeks of hot dogs.
Well, true. You did eat. You did have like that was just last week, wasn't it?
I was
Then get a
like,
fucking
living-
chicken bake.
I didn't
what-
know they were there.
That's what I told him.
Fuck
we should've
both
got the
of you
chicken bake.
again.
Shit, the second most popular item on the menu.
I didn't know it was a thing. All right, I was also too pissed off because it wouldn't take Dusty's card, so I had to pay for her slice of pizza and Coke. And by that point, I was like, I really got a piece of everything.
Why did you get a slice of pizza?
I can't have it because of diabetes.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Oh
I gotta
man.
be careful
that
what
sucks.
I eat. Yeah.
That
I mean,
sucks.
I shouldn't have
Well, then-
had 2 weeks worth of hot dogs.
Well, then
but here we are.
Yeah, you say that now. I realize that you probably couldn't have the chicken bake then because it's probably as much bread as a slice of pizza.
Oh yeah, no, it fucking killed me.
But then again, that's probably as much bread as a hot dog bun too.
Yeah, I know. Again, it would fucking kill me. Anyway, I got home and had like fucking. You know what? It doesn't matter. I'll talk about that later.
Well, you had those chicken sandwich things. That's as much bread as a slice of pizza.
Shut up. Anyway.
Me and my logic.
Yeah, fuck you and your logic. Bring that to SuperNat instead.
Were you gonna say bring it to Disney?
I was gonna say bring it to Distraction Hall.
Oh,
I'm like, no, we're doing that one.
You just started with D. I was like, what?
Bring the D.
Mike brings the D and the L.
Hi, my
Or the
name's David.
DL.
I'm the D.
Mike, you got anything else?
Yeah, I guess not.
All right.
There's just still a little butter left at the bottom. Come on, man. You can do it.
Well,
I mean, no.
Okay.
No,
all right.
yeah. Well, we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to let you listen to a commercial asking for commercials. So we'll be right back after this.
Hey, man, what's got you off in your phone there?
Oh, just going through all the funny Mothman memes and supernatural shit posts I've been wanting to share. I just don't know where to put the posts yet.
Don't you know about the Supernatural Selection Discord?
We have a Discord?
Yeah, for years, dude. Where have you been?
Can people chat with the hosts and get previews of upcoming episodes and generally post funny shit as much as they want with other listeners?
I mean, if that's your bag. I mean, personally, I wouldn't do that, but there are even live streaming events for the shows there, too. You've been in a few. How do you not know this stuff?
It must have been my doppelganger. How do I get into the Discord?
It's easy. Just visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com. Now say that 3 times fast.
Well, that's perfect. Now I can share 3 terabytes of Hollow Earth memes. Get it? Terabytes.
Never mind. Forget I said anything. Just don't do that. You should definitely not visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com to join the Discord. We don't want you there.
Too late. I'm already posting my alien abduction fan fiction with the general chat.
Join the hosts and listeners of Supernatural Selection on the official Discord. Just visit discord.supernaturalselectionpod.com.
And we're back to the distraction hole. So, guys, I would like to talk a little bit about some things I've discovered and thought about and all that stuff that I've been using to distract myself because, God, I've needed it.
Mm-hmm.
First off, I've been watching a lot of Papa Meat videos, which, David, I know you have too. You now know the joy that is Margaret, the stove.
Did you watch the how they made Margaret video that I posted?
I didn't because I don't really want to know how literally the sausage was made, but I'll probably watch it tomorrow.
Like it's an incredible piece of puppetry. I love it.
It is. No, it's astounding. And I love how in the first video they're really discovering how much the puppet can do and they're all laughing about it.
When the mouth gets pulled in, and the eyes go kind of back
Yeah.
and forth. Yeah.
Yeah,
That kills me every time.
Yeah, no, it's fucking great. He did a video about a month ago or so about Waffle House training videos. And in the training video, it talks about their magic marker system. David, I know y'all don't have Waffle House out there. So they have this system where, you know, they get a ticket, but that's for you. That's for your billing purposes. What they do is to show what the order is, they will take the plate and put various condiments on it in different positions and orientations to denote what goes on the plate. They're making goddamn sigils.
Yeah,
out of
I called them
condiments.
like summoning circles.
Yes, something like that. So, like, great example. All right, let's say someone gets 2 scrambled eggs, which is your standard, you know, scrambled eggs plate. They want it as is. Comes with grits and a couple pieces of white toast. You place one container, you know, the little cup type with a peel-off foil top, of grape jelly face up at the bottom of the elongated plate, like at the bottom long end. Like if it's oval with the longer ends pointing up and down, you place that at the bottom. But if they want it done slightly differently, you put a package of ketchup underneath that. Or if they want 4 eggs, you put the Welch's, you put 2 things of grape jelly, one on top of the other, and put it in the middle of the plate, and that means 4 eggs. And the whole reason they do this is because they just assume the fry cooks can't read
Well,
when they hire them.
it's probably back from, decades and decades ago.
Sure, it's still insane.
Yeah, I
didn't
want
say
to
it
point out
isn't.
that everything that you just described, like if you did not give me context and I just came into the conversation, I would think you were having a stroke.
Yeah, no, because here's the thing. If you guys will look in Host Talk, I have posted a link to a photo of the chart that is on the wall next to every fry cook, showing various combinations and what they mean, and this looks like the instructions from a book from the Hermetic Order of the Golden fucking Dawn. There is a goddamn Celtic cross pattern on a plate of nothing but Welch's packets. Like, Aleister Crowley would be confused by this. Like,
I think my favorite is the one for with the fork or with the spoon and the knife on it, because just like
Oh, yeah. And the pat
the
of
fuck?
butter up at the top with, like, 4 pieces of uncooked hash brown next to it that stands for hash browns steamed. And then the knife, at a particular angle, hold the toast. Spoon, particular angle, hold the yolk. It's insane.
Upside down jelly means wheat toast.
Yes, it does. Oh, my favorite part is if somebody wants Texas toast, you put a slice of Texas toast on the side of the plate or a biscuit.
So an omelet with a 9-inch plate means hold the grits. The 7.5-inch plate, it's on the side.
so
This is madness.
the steak temperature one is interesting because like what
The
if you
ketchup?
Oh, just like,
Yeah.
what if you
What if it-
bump the plate and it
Oh,
moves
yeah.
the ketchup?
Well, someone's steak is cooked wrong, and there's going to be a fight because it's a Waffle House.
Yeah, we had a discussion earlier today, too, about...
I've never seen a fight in a Waffle House in all my years.
I've never seen one myself either, but I've heard plenty of stories.
Oh, you had a roommate.
well
yeah.
guys, here's the thing, it's never too late to start.
I don't
Look,
want to be the change I
I'm
want to see in the world.
47 years old.
Well,
I'm not about
look.
to have a fight in a Waffle House.
You guys can throw your punches and you pull your punches against each other just like live
Oh,
it,
you
know
want
what I mean?
us to do it?
Yes.
Oh, you want us to basically do celebrity deathmatch in a Waffle House against
Like
each other?
you don't have to go all hardcore with it, but I'm just saying, live the experience that you're seeking.
I'm not seeking it. Kevin's the one that
I'm
said.
not seeking it either. I'm just saying I've never seen one. The most I've seen is a diabetic girl pass out on the floor.
Jesus Christ.
And she was not a small girl, and I didn't see her fall. I felt the building shake, and then looked, and she was on the ground. I was like, oh no.
Fucking hell. Jesus.
Yeah, it's... Look, again, never seen a fight, but I've seen some shit in a Waffle House.
Yeah, if you don't have Waffle Houses near you, if you're ever in a state that has them, you definitely should task it upon yourself to go to one.
You gotta go, because, I mean, like, it will be some of the best greasy spoon-type food you're ever gonna have. Mm-hmm. Bring a switchblade.
I was going to say, and you might get a show if you go. It usually, from what I understand, it's usually... around club closing times.
Oh, Gabby's 3 or 4 in the morning, yeah.
Yeah, so...
The only time to go to
if you're a
Waffle
night
House.
owl.
Look, I remember we used to go to Waffle House when we were young, and we'd sit there, and there'd be so many of us, we'd be taking up 2 booths and yelling at each other back and forth, and me and one of our friends would, like, get on this kick about... you remember they used to have fake commercials at the end of You Don't Know Jack? Mm-hmm. Me and our friend would be imitating Chalky the Chipmunk yelling, "Blood sausage!"
Jesus
Top
Christ.
volume.
God, you guys sound so insufferable.
Oh, yeah, no, we were in
Oh
our
my
20s. We were in our 20s and awful.
Oh, Jesus.
You would have loved it, dude.
God damn it.
You would have been there. You would have loved it. Fuck off.
Oh, no, I'm thinking, like, I imagine I would have been right there with you, and I'm cringing thinking about it.
Yep. But anyway, I just thought it was interesting that they use chaos magic at fucking Waffle House.
It's incredible.
Yeah. But we had a discussion at work. Mike, are you picking a lock?
No.
Oh, okay. So we're having a discussion at work about, I don't really remember what brought it up, but Henry Mancini got brought up. And me and the film gauge were talking about it, and he was like, I don't know who that is. I was like, well, he did the theme song for the Pink Panther. And I was like, oh, God, what else has he done? And I look it up, it's like nothing Gage would have seen. Mm-hmm. And then I came to a movie I had no idea Henry Mancini did the soundtrack for. Fucking Life Force.
Oh, God.
You remember Life Force, the space vampires, Patrick Stewart?
Nope.
Wait, Patrick
God.
Stewart was in that?
Yeah, hang on. What's his name? Toby Hooper?
Oh, that's weird, because I've seen so many Toby Hooper films, I've never seen Life Force.
Yeah, it's fucking... It's a crazy-ass movie. And I'm like, huh? Yeah, Toby Hooper.
What the fuck?
God, I think it's a canon film.
Oh my God, that sounds even more up my alley. How have I not seen this?
To see this. It's a Toby Hooper movie with Patrick Stewart, Matilda May. God, who else is in this that I actually know their name? I mean, there's like a lot of people I recognize, but I don't know I wouldn't know who they are. Anyway. Fucking insane. Dan O'Bannon wrote it. God.
Oh my God. I need to watch this now.
Yeah. How the fuck have you not seen this? He wrote
don't
Alien
know.
and Dark Star. Return of the Living Dead.
Don't quote the gospel at me. I was there when it was written. No, but
okay,
just...
fair enough. But you get the idea. You need to see this fucking movie.
No, and I think, I've seen so many fucking movies, but I've never seen that one.
Yeah, and it's got boobs in it because it's a canon film.
Well,
anyway,
of course.
Yeah. Point is, we got to talking about that, and I was like, and Gage was saying he'd never seen it. I was like, you really need to see it. It's awful, which means it's great.
Yeah.
It's that era. It's a canon film.
Yeah.
So, and I brought up the fact that the only reason I had seen it was because I was changing channels at like 2 in the morning one night on basic cable back in the 90s on like a Saturday or Sunday night. I don't remember which. And Life Force was on like WGN. And I was like, oh my God, what the fuck is this? Which got me to talking about the fact that there is a whole like era of film that is the only reason I saw those movies was it is 2 a.m. I am suffering from one of my semi-regular bouts of insomnia, and TBS will provide. So, like, you know, Life Force. That's how I saw heavy metal for the first time. That's how I saw rock and roll.
Oh, that's how I first got introduced to Joe Bob. Joe Bob Briggs.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And, like, Vampire Hunter D. It's 2 a.m. They're playing some weird-ass anime, and the dude's got a face on his hand. Yeah, I'm going to watch this. I'm already experiencing a late-night fever dream. Mm-hmm. But that's like a whole thing that doesn't happen now.
Yeah.
Like, on cable, you don't really get that experience anymore. Like, especially on, like, you're changing channels on, like, TBS. Now it's, like, your lower channels, it's all, like, infomercials, which, not that those can't be entertaining, but, like,
yeah,
it's still not even the infomercials I used to watch with, like, the guy in the sweater, you know? Amazing Discoveries.
Oh, yeah, the loud sweater.
Yeah, the dude in the Cosby sweater. It's like, oh, my God, what have you brought us? I brought you the most amazing product you've ever seen. But wait, how much would you pay? You know, that guy.
Would you pay $300 for this? I would.
I don't know. That's a lot. Yeah, that kind of
Well,
shit.
you won't have to pay $300. I can't do an accent. I'm sorry.
But you were doing okay there.
It started getting worse.
It was.
I felt it.
You were
degrading.
You were going very Robert Evans, doing a Boston accent, which is awful Cockney.
No, it started to slide into a bad impersonation of Mick Jagger.
You were starting to sound like Robin Leach from Lifestyles
too.
of the Rich and Famous, which is another thing you used to find at like 2 a.m. On your lower channels.
Yeah, you know, the fuck you pores.
Yeah. The how would you like to live this life? And but the point is, like, cable used to be amazing. There was like, cause like before they had like a block of like 9 hours of Rhoda, you would find some really interesting stuff on late at night or on the weekends. Like, I remember when I was a kid, USA first came out, the network, you know. I don't know if that's even still a thing.
Oh, not the country. Okay.
Yeah, no, USA Network. The cable channel.
They were around for a bit because they were doing Chucky on USA and...
Oh, that's right. That's where Chucky was. Okay, great. When they first came on, they had nothing to play, hardly. Except, like, weird-ass movies TBS didn't want the rights to. And, like... USA Cartoon Express, which is like, well, what did Hanna-Barbera air in the 70s?
Well, they also had Up All Night.
I was going to say there was USA
that was later.
Up All Night.
All Night.
That was later.
Yeah.
Because when I first started watching, they had their own Sunday afternoon movie host, you know, like your Svengoolie type thing. It was Commander USA's Groovy Movies.
Fucking hell, that sounds amazing.
It was a shitty superhero in like red, white, and blue striped spandex with a drawn-on diamond mask, with a thick porn mustache and a cigar.
Yeah, as I said, it sounds amazing. And
he was headquarters in the security guard booth of a mall.
Again, you're not...
It was great. It was everything you want from one of these shows.
You know, honestly, one of the things that I want most in life is eventually to start doing YouTube stuff where I just go like full horror host with like makeup and everything like that.
God, that would be great. There's a dude I know that does that in Pensacola. He has his own show.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah. But like, and USA in particular, like, forms a big part of my memories of that. Because, like, we got rid of cable when we moved to Jackson, and, like, 2 years later we get it, and USA's back, and that's, like, the first channel we go to. Cartoon Express is still on. But, yes, Up All Night.
Up All Night. Yeah, for me it was Up All Night.
Okay, Rhonda Shearer.
So
right.
and
Hi, I'm Gilbert Gottfried in the fire truck.
'Cause wasn't it-
USA Up All Night.
it was like Friday night and Saturday night. One night, I can't remember which was which.
Saturday was Rhonda Shearer.
Okay.
Fridays was Gilbert Gottfried.
I guess they figured everybody was going to be out partying Friday night.
I need to explain. For those that don't know, Rhonda Shearer was
She was a hot blonde.
She was a hot blonde that looked like she stepped out of a White Snake video.
Yeah.
And Gilbert Gottfried.
He was a
Gilbert
little
Gottfried.
troll.
If you don't know who Gilbert Gottfried is, I don't know how to help you.
Yeah. So definitely a dichotomy there.
Yeah. But, when I had Cartoon Express, because for me, USA was Up All Night. It was reruns of Jag. And it was Cartoon Express that had, like, the real Ghostbusters and Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
And it was amazing.
Let me tell you, when me and my dad would watch it on Saturday nights, and before Up All Night came on, it would always be like The Hitchhiker and Ray Bradbury Theater and new episodes of Alfred Hitchcock Presents.
Man.
Like some amazingly good anthology shows going there.
Yeah.
And then edited softcore porn on USA Up All Night.
I was going to say you didn't mention the biggest part of Up All Night in the kind of movies they were.
Yeah, softcore porn with the porn edited out.
I wouldn't say porn, but titty
Mike,
movies.
Like Shannon Tweet. Shannon Tweet.
Fair.
There was no, like, actual penetration or anything.
No, but it was definitely...
It was a movie that it would have... There was a genre of movie from, the... I don't know when it ended in the 90s. We haven't had really any since then, but where a good, I would say 10% of the movie at minimum had naked ladies in it.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
And
usually it was like a cop and there'd be a car and
or it was a beach, like it was like sorority girls at the beach or sorority girls at the cabin.
And the way they edited the movies was great. They would take like one scene from before the sex and nudity started and just like loop it in slow-mo with the audio from the scene still playing.
Or a extreme close-up of like their heads if there was like important dialogue when they were topless. Yeah, so they're like,
Yep.
Like, I just have a vivid image of a blonde lady running in slow motion, like not good like Baywatch slow motion, but like choppy video down crank slow motion on a beach.
Like somebody
while
had a video
hear like
toaster.
Horny sex noises,
sax music,
and sax music,
sex sax.
So I say it wasn't a porn, so there was like simulated, but there wasn't like actual sex. It was like
no, it was gropey movies.
Yeah.
Now. I bring all that up, which got me and Mike to talking about old-ass syndicated TV shows or like sitcoms from, like I said, I keep coming back to TBS because Ted Turner kind of ruled our childhood on some level.
Yeah.
Well, he was dumping money left and right to try to kill traditional media.
Well, there was that in his fucking Turner time where everything started like 5 to 15 minutes after the hour.
Well, yeah. So he had several strategies. He was trying to, win against the big networks. And one of them was, taking the chances that the big networks wouldn't on things like, wrestling and things like that. But the other thing was, starting his shows later than the others. So say you sit down and you wanted to watch it.
Andy Griffith
or any show. You sit down and watch it and you find out, oh, it's a rerun, or I'm not enjoying this very much. Well, you could turn over to whatever Turner Network, and there's a show or a movie just starting.
Mm-hmm. And
you didn't miss the first, 5 minutes of it,
but
it's right there.
The movie ends 5 minutes into the hour, so if you change channels, well, you've missed the first 5 minutes of whatever is on something else. So you're like, well, I may as well leave it on TBS then.
Yep. So they hook you in and keep you there, your captive audience.
And let me tell you something. Turner actually is why I got to watch Looney Tunes so much, because like he played the fuck out of Bugs Bunny cartoons and the Flintstones. But he also tried to break into sitcoms. And I brought this up, and Mike barely remembered it. There was a sitcom called Down to Earth that he had in like 85, 86, somewhere in there. And it was about this family that needed help, so heaven sends an angel down. But the angel was a woman from the 1920s who was run over by a streetcar. And the father was the second Darren from Bewitched, Dick Sargent. And it was just so bizarre. Like, and it, I don't know how to explain it. You know how sitcoms looked when it was videotaped?
Uh-huh.
This didn't look like that at all. It looked like, the only way I can explain it is, it looked like it was shot by TBS. Turner Broadcasting. It was awful. Ran for like 2 or 3 seasons. It's fucking awful. But it is stuck in my mind for some reason. And Mike, that brought up something you found.
Well, it's not as obscure.
Well, I didn't know about it.
Well, because it ran for like a few seasons. I don't remember it was like at least 4 seasons.
Yeah, it ran for like 4 or 5 seasons, and I had never seen a single one.
What was the name of that show now?
Out of This World?
Yes, Out of This World. It was about a single mom raising her half-alien daughter, teen daughter, because she got impregnated by an alien, Starman.
I know.
Yeah, no, it's pretty wild. Huh?
And the theme song was a jazzy version of
Swinging on a Star.
Do You Want to Swing from a Star?
Yeah.
Fuck, I've seen that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
When you mentioned the song.
Yeah. That's what typically, no one remembers it till you mention that song, and then everybody's like, holy fuck. I didn't remember it all.
I kind of halfway watched it. I guess it was the only thing I was on. Maybe I had a crush on the little blonde girl when I was a kid. I don't know.
I mean, it's the same reason I remember, the show I was talking about a minute ago, and like some of the early Fox sitcoms that lasted for a year.
All right, but Kevin, how creeped out were you by the little robot girl in what's the name of that show?
Small Wonder? Burn that whole goddamn show down.
Yeah, Small Wonder. Imagine a 8-year-old
pretending to be a robot, and with no acting ability whatsoever.
I don't know. She nailed emotionless robot most of the time, from what I remember.
Yeah, but she was doing the same robot voice I could do, so I wasn't impressed.
Well, of course you're not going to be impressed, but except for I don't know.
Can we all agree that this all pales in comparison to Mr. Belvedere, though?
Oh God, don't say that. Now I'm going to have the song stuck. Shut up. I'm going to have the song stuck in my head all night now. Fuck you.
David, have you got any really obscure shit like that pops into your head?
I mean, I could probably name a few things, but I'm just like, a lot of the stuff you're naming is shit that I ended up watching because, again, like fucking like cable in the 90s, right?
Oh, and they needed content.
Yeah. Because one reason I remember TBS is specifically because they were doing Cartoon Network before it was Cartoon Network.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah, because Dexter's Laboratory started
on TBS.
Like, TBS. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Man, okay. Well, I got a show that I'm going to bring up, just popped back into my head. I want to see if either of you remember this. It was called My Secret Identity.
Yeah.
Starred Jerry O'Connell.
Yep. Okay, yeah, he could go weightless but couldn't actually fly, so he used canned deodorant to propel himself around.
Yeah.
And I think later he actually learned how to actually fly.
I don't know, but I do know
the actual fuck.
He got superpowers.
Here's the thing. the basic setup is almost like the beginning of Turbo Teen, in that he accidentally got shot by a laser that changed him.
Well,
But
it's
it gave
kind
him
of
superpowers.
It's more akin to like Tron, where
I guess.
where he somehow got into a laboratory and was shot by some magical particle beam that they never tried to shoot any other people to give him superpowers with.
Yeah.
Became like bulletproof and
strong
and all this stuff. And he, like I said, he could be
float.
weightless, but he couldn't actually propel himself.
Yeah, and they kind of got in trouble because his superhero name in the show was Ultraman. That he gave himself, and they had to take that name out of the theme song because Ultraman.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it is and his like best friend was a scientist that had accidentally shot him with the laser.
Okay.
And he was like trying to hide the powers from his family and stuff, and wacky hijinks. Ensued.
My era as a kid, my show like that was Secret World of Alex Mack.
Oh wow, okay, I have like way conscious memories from that era.
Yeah, like so you all had that. I had Secret World of Alex Mack.
Yeah,
which was fun. I still like it.
I still remember the Superboy series that came on around the same era. Mike, do you remember that? It was actually by the Salkinds, so they used the John Williams music.
No, I mean it's a little bit,
awful.
Not much, but
it was one of those shows where like every season they changed out the supporting cast completely and like retooled the premise.
Yeah, I mean I have vague memories, but I more succinctly remember either Lois and Clark or Smallville.
Sure, Smallville was good for the first few years, but anyway, yeah, God, I feel like I'm just throwing memberberries out
Member.
Yeah. God, Mike, you got any others that like spring to mind?
Not off the top of my head.
Nothing super obscure.
I'm sure there's stuff in there, but I can't bring it to the forefront.
Yeah, no, man. But like, I miss cable television back then because like. And then, like, Nickelodeon in the old days, you get, like... Okay, today, it's, like, full of foot fetishists and all that shit. But, like, when I was a kid, Nickelodeon had just launched in, like, 78, 79, and we
You can't do that on television.
Anyway, no, when we first got it, it's like 1980, I think, and the only thing on worth a damn on there was Pinwheel, which was like Sesame Street without the education. Because it was like some humans and a bunch of puppets living in a halfway house, and there was like a green dude. Oh, God, he was Jewish. Oh my God, they had a green-skinned Jew living in the basement. That's terrible.
Wait,
Jesus Christ.
I don't remember that.
And he had a top hat. His name was Ebenezer Squint or something. Anyway, he had a big hook nose. But the show in general...
I remember the theme song.
Oh, yeah, it was a great theme song.
Kevin.
Yeah?
Well, when you get done, I have one to name.
Okay, but like one of the things they did was the whole show was a compilation show with the living in Pinwheel house as a framing thing, and they would show like weird animated short films from around the world that they licensed. So like bizarrely animated shit from like Yugoslavia that didn't make a lick of sense.
Yeah, they're replacing Itchy and Scratchy with Worker and Parasite.
Yes, exactly. That's it. And, like, there are, like, lost media things looking for some of the shorts from this show. And, like, there was British stuff like Hattie Town. It was this kid that was a sombrero living in a town. Everyone lived in giant hats, and everyone was a hat with arms and legs. And his best friend was a donkey. It was so fucking weird.
It sounds kind of familiar.
Yeah, I know. It's just so weird, man. I don't even know how to explain it. He was a sombrero, and he lived in a sombrero. what the fuck? And then that's also where I saw the original, like, stop-motion Paddington cartoons, where it was, like, you know, the flat 2D people, but, like, Paddington was, like, an actual stuffed bear. Mm-hmm. It was weird. Anyway, I miss Pinwheel. Mike, you had something?
Today's special.
Yes! Yes! I remember that.
So it basically a kid's man version of Mannequin. Because it was a guy that was a mannequin by day, but when the store closed at night, he came alive.
They put a hat on his head, and they said magic words, and he would come to life, but if you took the hat off, he turned back into a mannequin.
Yeah.
I remember toward the end of the show, I was getting older, still watching the show, and then, like, one episode, like, before it showed them, like, you know, getting ready to open the store, so dude had to turn back into a mannequin, and, like, the woman that worked there that was his friend, like, straight up kissed him. I was like, what? I was like, are they about to get into a romance subplot? And then it started over the first episode again. I was like, what the fuck? Show always sticks out to me for that.
Yeah, I don't remember enough about that to remember that
But
part.
like, she was a human, he was played by a human, and then there was like a skin puppet.
Oh,
that was
yeah,
like
the security
guard
Yeah.
looked like a puppet made of flesh, like from Lazy Town.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then there was like a mouse puppet.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got to fuck. I know the opening to that show. There are episodes of it on YouTube, so if you want to look up today's special and see what the fuck we're ranting about here.
You could probably find a lot of at least clips of these and stuff on YouTube if you're you know younger than us and have any curiosity about them.
Yeah, if you want to know what's wrong with me and Mike,
I don't say what's wrong with us, just you know get the references.
Now I will say I'm glad you brought up You Can't Do That on Television, because that show it's definitely the foundation of like my sense of humor, because it was my gateway drug to sketch comedy. Mm-hmm. Because I watched that, and then, like, I saw Monty Python for the first time, several years later, and was like, oh my God, I get it now.
Yeah, no, you can't do that on television, just Monty Python for kids.
Well, it was a little bit of laugh-in, too, because it was the same sketches over and
but
over.
But it was also very Canadian.
It was closer to the sensibility, the comedy sensibilities of Monty Python than Laugh-In.
Yeah.
Laugh-In was just, you know...
I say Laugh-In because it was like the same characters in the sketches over and over again as opposed to Monty Python, but like it's definitely the same mental space as Monty Python.
More absurdist humor.
The opening is straight up homage to Terry Gilliam.
Yes.
It is a Terry Gilliam fucking cartoon.
You guys just have me now thinking about just like Eureka's Castle.
Oh, I remember that.
Created by R.L. Stein.
What?
Yes, R.L. Stein created Eureka's Castle.
You're shitting me.
No, I am not. I'm absolutely not shitting you. Eureka's Castle, I remember, I have such fond memories of that.
I was definitely older when that came out, but like the puppetry was fantastic. Did you know the
fucking
guy,
Magellan the Dragon?
Did you know that's the same guy that played the bear in Bear in the Big Blue House?
Mm-hmm, yeah, and then Wembley the Bat. How the fuck do I know these names?
What the fuck? And he wore like a tracksuit and glasses. What the... Man, okay, you're like pulling shit out of my head. Stop it.
Get out of my head, Charles. No, yeah, because like I was at the right age where like I was just coming out of the age group for Eureka's Castle, so it was more like my little brother's thing. But whenever he was watching it, I'd fucking watch it because like this is cool puppet shit, dude.
Mike, did you ever see that show?
No.
Oh wow,
Eureka's Castle.
You should look up the dragon. That's a really impressive giant ass puppet.
Yeah, Eureka's Castle is like, and it's so weird that it's like fucking R.L. Stein. This is like pre-Goosebumps.
Yeah, that is so weird. I tell you what. Speaking of Nickelodeon, somebody brought up a show on fucking Behind the Bastards and like unlocked a lot of this. Fucking Sharon, Lois, and Bram's Elephant Show.
What?
Okay, never mind. It was these 3 Canadian children's musicians, and they had somebody in an elephant suit. And the only reason I know about it is because I would get sick and be home from school, and it would be on. And I'd have a fever, and, like, it was nightmarish with a fever.
I remember having, like, limited access to the Disney Channel in the early 90s where they do, like, that free preview for the month.
Yeah, I remember
try to get
when
you to
HBO
subscribe.
did that.
And I remember it was lit because they had both Pooh Corner and Dumbo's Circus.
I hated Dumbo's Circus, but Pooh Corner was pretty good.
Yeah, and then there was also that really crazy Alice in Wonderland, Adventures in Wonderland, which was wild.
Was weird.
That was a wild fucking show, dude.
Yeah.
Man. Nostalgia, member.
I remember. Mike, you got any others you want to bring up? Because I think I'm about done. I just wanted to get nostalgia about old television.
Yeah, no, not really.
Okay.
Well, one thing, getting back to like just old like cable television, I like sometimes having stuff decide, having like a thing decide what I watch.
Oh yeah.
So that's why I'm on Pluto TV a lot, because I don't have to do any like scrolling through all the streaming stuff. Like, it's great you have those options, but you get paralyzed with choice.
Exactly. So, that's my problem. Is I'll be like, well, I got all this on my list. I have no idea which one to choose. I'm gonna put it on a television service and watch someone else's ideas of what I should watch.
Yeah, absolutely. And that's one thing I found myself like, you know what? Those 24-hour like streaming channels, like Disney Plus is now doing some channels, which is neat.
Neat.
They don't have a Simpsons channel yet, which like I don't understand how they don't have that yet.
We would lose you if they did.
Like, I mean, I'd have it on in the background. You know what I mean? It's like it's the same thing I do with Mr. Science Theater 3000. I'm working on something. I got Mr. Science Theater in the background.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry. Pulled my regret. Oh God, sorry about that.
Oh man.
Well, anyway, that's it for me. We'll talk about more next time, I guess. So we're gonna take a quick break again and hit you with begging for ads. And when we come back, David will tell us what he's been distracting himself with. So we'll be right back after this. Arriba!
Arrivederci.
Hey, Kevin here. Hope you're enjoying the episode.
Hey, who are you talking to, Kevin?
Listeners of our shows. I also want to let them know that if they're enjoying what we've been doing, they can support us on Patreon.
Oh, Patreon. We're going to tell them about the early episodes? Also, Patreon-exclusive episodes that can be found there, too?
Well, yeah, I was going to do
and then there's the other cool stuff, including art, merch for subscribers, like tote bags, hoodies, shirts, mugs.
Yeah, and
can you believe people could support us for only $5 a month? You're definitely going to mention that too, right?
I was. Support Supernatural Selection and the Distraction Hole on Patreon for as little as $5 a month. Visit patreon.supernaturalselectionpod.com to learn more and get started today. And welcome back to the Distraction Hole. So, before we get going with David's stuff real quick, I am actually, as of this week, 2 years sober.
Yay!
But I bought a bottle of bourbon, not to drink, but I had to get it. It is Crittenden's Cut Above Mothman Bourbon. It has the Mothman on it.
Yes.
Not his ass, but it's got the Mothman on it. It's a great design bottle. I'll post a photo sometime in the Discord.
Like, do you have like a little cryptid memorabilia section in your place?
I have my wall of weird where I have like a bunch of, like I have a stained glass style painting of the Mothman that Dusty did, and I've got my autographed stuff of last podcast, and I've got my Jesus blessing the Greys, and also have like a milk carton with an outline of Bigfoot on it that says missing.
Yeah.
That Dusty bought me from somewhere. I have a memorabilia thing. Yes.
Okay, yeah, it sounds like it'd be good for the shelf.
Yeah. Yeah. It's by that. So yeah, definitely.
Hell yeah.
So David, why don't you tell us what you've been up to?
Okay. So recently we kind of talked about Catholicism to a degree when we covered Heinrich Kramer and everything like that. So interestingly enough, I love a good bad Catholic movie. Like it just Catholics being bad, being naughty.
Okay, so like that Exorcist, the Pope's Exorcist.
Yeah, shit like that. You gotta love The Godfather, right? That's Catholics being bad and everything like that.
Yeah, okay,
so,
yeah, I got you.
Yeah, but just because here's the thing, like you would think the most goth religion is like the Church of Satan, but no, really, it's the Catholic Church. Everything is dark. Everything is ritual.
No, I mean that's like the original Christians. The Romans were going around like, hey man, I heard they eat flesh and drink blood.
Yeah, like every time you shoot a Catholic mass or church or something in film, it is always like unsettling and dark and gloomy.
Oh yeah,
because everything is antiquated and everything like that. So like, I like a good Catholic movie. I'm not religious, but I find it super interesting. So I this past weekend I went to go see Conclave, which is a Pope election film. It's about the actual process of electing a pope.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, but it's full of conspiracies and stuff, which is a lot of fun. Yeah, and so here's the thing. I'm seeing it at like 12:20, right? So just after noon, right?
Right.
So I saw it with like every single grayed hair boomer in the town in the theater. I was like the only person under 40 there.
Wow.
Okay, wowzers.
And it was definitely an experience because like the movie ends in such a way where you think like people would be really pissed off about it. Because I'm not going to spoil it. I think it's worth seeing genuinely. It's gotten some good reviews and stuff like that, and I definitely give it like a thumbs up. You know what I mean? But like I thought that would have upset people because the whole reason I was thinking that was because these fucking boomers would not shut up during the movie. Like they are literally like all the horror stories about like boomers not being aware of their surroundings. There was one guy who kept explaining things to his wife.
Oh,
like
no.
Almost like that meme where the guy has got his hand around the girl's neck and he's like talking to her.
Exact one.
Yeah. There was another boomer who had their phone alarm going off and would not shut it down.
What the fuck?
Yeah, and it was like honestly the movie was pretty fun. Like I had my hoodie and I was blocking out like sound and stuff like that, but like
yeah, you know what? Never call us boomers.
Well, you're not. You're Gen X.
I am what they call a zennial.
Yeah.
Now we're getting into subcategories, but yeah.
Yeah, no, but yeah, and I mean it was nice, and like the movie was legitimately like excellent. So like, stars Ralph Fiennes. It has Stanley Tucci, John Lithgow.
Whoa.
And Isabella Rossellini.
Holy crap, dude! How did I not know about this movie?
Like I don't know. How often do you go to the movies?
Not often, but like I haven't seen a trailer or anything.
Yeah, no, like, and it was honestly like, I was gonna go see it anyway because I got that movie thing right that I do, but I was like, no, I legitimately want to see this after I saw the cast, and like, holy shit, like it's a like they call it kind of a mystery thriller, which makes sense for what's going on. There's like in a movie about the Catholic conclave, there's literally an explosion at one part. It's wild, but the other thing, there is a scene where Isabella Rossellini's because you got to say her name that like that.
Yeah, you're not offending anyone either.
Isabella, no, but she plays a nun, shock, but she like lays the verbal smackdown on John Lithgow's cardinal character.
Mm-hmm.
And there is another priest, another cardinal, who's in contention to be like the next pope, right? So John Lithgow gets this verbal beatdown, and then you see this fucking 70-year-old guy bust out a vape and hit it.
What?
The modern Catholic Church is incredible.
God damn it! What the fuck?
It makes sense because anyone can vape, you know what I mean? But still, just to see a guy who's in his 70s who could be the next pope hit a vape. As soon as someone gets dunked on by a nun, I'm just like, this is incredible. It is the funniest fucking thing. They don't draw attention to it. You see him just kind of put his hand over his mouth. It's like, no, he's fucking vaping. It's so funny. I've been thinking about that moment for the past like 48 hours, and I just still laugh at it because it's just so incredible. But no, I mean, I gotta say, I really, really loved that movie. It was legitimately good. And I definitely, if you get a chance to go out and see a movie, I would advise it because it's for a slow burn, it's pretty fast.
Yeah, well, I mean, I like
considered.
that kind of stuff. It sounds kind of like a Catholic version of 12 Angry Men.
A little bit, yeah, because they do get kind of locked in for the conclave and everything like that, and they have to like limit their exposure to things. Ralph Fiennes is really good in it.
I thought it was Rafe.
Is it Rafe?
I've always heard Rafe Fiennes. I don't know.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
But yeah, anyway, he plays the I forget the terminology, but he's the one who kind of has to set up he controls the conclave and the succession of like the new pope, and you know, and it's funny because all these Catholics are like messy bitches. All these cardinals are messy bitches. So you've got one who's, you know, who had a child, right? One who had a child.
I've watched Father Ted.
You have like the conservative and liberal movements of the Catholic Church kind of like vying for power. And it's like, well, we can't let him take control because he wants to take us back and undo 60 years of progressive movement in the Catholic Church, right? So,
right.
And at one point, there is even a cardinal who shows up who wasn't on the original list because he was a secret cardinal who was assigned to a church in the Middle East by the Pope who had just died, right?
So this sounds like your typical hidden brother plot from a soap opera.
A little bit, but it gets so much wilder than that. And I don't want to spoil it, but absolutely,
right.
I fucking loved it, man. I may go see it again, honestly, because like what
Without
the fuck?
The boomers.
Yeah, I may take my dad to see it just, you know, to hear his thoughts on it because the way it ends, like I'm curious. I haven't looked to see if there's any been like controversy over the ending, but like,
yeah,
damn. But yeah, I definitely recommend Conclave. Other than that, what I've been up to, first of all, it's like getting to the holiday season, so all the Christmas candies are out.
Yep.
And I immediately purchased a box of the cherry candy canes because that's my number one holiday treat. Yeah. I'm super thrilled those are back. And the other thing that I am very excited about are the return of those like holiday sausage boxes. You know what I mean? The Hillshire Farms.
With the cheese and shit.
Yeah. So I'm going to make sure that I get myself one of those for sure.
Getting Kevin all hot and bothered.
Right? Like, I still have the mustard knife from the last one I picked up. Because it's a nice little, like, mustard knife with a little, wooden handle and everything like that. Like, it's not meant to last. Because it's obviously, like, a temporary thing. But we still have it. And it's still great for doing, like, butter and spreads. You know what I mean?
Right.
Hey, it's the... Yeah, the gift that keeps on giving, right?
The silverware set we got came with one of those spread knives.
Ooh.
Yeah. I mean, so like, okay, so here's a question: like, how big are you guys on Christmas?
Oh, it is my time. It has been my time of year, but lately it's been rough.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I enjoy Christmas as much as the next atheist.
No, that's fair. Like, and again, like, there's elements of it. Like, I'm not so much about like the Christmas, like, spirit. You know what I mean? But it's more about like the little, like the candy and that sort of thing. So I guess my question would be like, what is your number one like holiday treat? around
Well,
this time.
so that was not meant to be like down. Like I fucking love Christmas. It is the most wonderful time of the year.
Mhm.
But let's see. I always have to get the Little Debbie Christmas cakes
Yeah, fuck, dude. Yeah,
because
we
I have to
got a
get
box of
those.
those, and they did not last the day.
No,
Yep.
so I have to get those. Last year, for the first time, I got some of the Little Debbie cherry cordials, and I thought those were pretty rockin'. But I saw an article that someone was calling them trash and the worst like holiday
They're
snack
fucking
there is.
trash.
Yeah,
What?
that's a trash human statement.
The cherry cordials are trash. No,
Yeah.
they're not good for you, sure, but they're.
I
think
don't
they're good.
I don't say them's fighting words very often, but them's fighting words.
What, you're gonna fight me that they're garbage?
No. Just like that
Oh,
that son
Someone
of a
saying
bitch who
that
said
they're
they were
trash.
garbage.
I thought
Fuck
you were
him.
agreeing with that statement.
I
that
hope
they're
he
trash.
dies in a fireplace.
Yeah,
Fuck.
no, that's I sure they're not the best. Oh, here's something that I finally got a box of this year that they come out early in the season, like as of like 2 or 3 weeks ago, and they disappear almost immediately, and you never see them into Christmas time. But the white chocolate covered Oreos, like I remember, like as a kid, my mom would buy those, just about every year.
Yeah.
And it's one of those things. If you see them and don't buy them, they're going to be gone by the time you do try to buy them.
Yeah.
Let's see what else, Kevin. Can you think of anything?
God,
Not too big on like. I mean, I do enjoy like the sausages and stuff, but it's not like a must have for me.
Here's the
I mean,
problem.
I try to get at least one during the season.
Everything I like, I can't have now because it's sweet. So,
Well, I mean, the summer sausage. Yeah, the summer sausage.
that's. I haven't had one of those.
Oh, we got one like a
boxes.
couple years ago. Well, yeah, not a box, but we did get the summer. We got one last year, a summer sausage.
Yeah, I know, but like, I want the one with the cheese spread.
Yeah. I'm not too big into the like the cheese balls or like the peppermint jelly. My dad and my parents and my brother were, but I just never was my thing.
If I had to choose one that says Christmas, though, it would probably be like cherry cheesecake.
That
My
sounds
mom
delicious.
made me one every Christmas.
Aw.
And that's the only time I had it was then.
So what's your gentleman's opinion on the 3 flavor popcorn tins?
They're all
they're
right.
fine. We used to get them all the time. And then, like, it's kind of like getting Neapolitan ice cream. You could tell which one wasn't popular.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And, everybody eats the cheese one first. And,
And then the caramel.
although
and then
they're-
you're left with stale popcorn.
although I think last year someone brought some like gourmet popcorn from like a local place to the store. And that shit was awesome.
I remember that. That was really fucking good.
Yeah.
So they
that
had
sounds
like
delicious.
something like a cheddar cheese caramel or something like that.
Ooh.
It's like it was it's one of those things you think about with on the face of it, it sounds weird, but it's so good.
You know what I need to make is I keep like getting because I have one of those like refillable combo buckets when I go to the movie theater.
Yeah.
And I always have a shit ton of popcorn left over. I need to like turn that into like popcorn balls or something.
Yeah.
Because it's got the movie theater butter flavoring and stuff, which I imagine with a little like marshmallow and stuff would be delicious.
Yeah. I guess I could do that with my machine.
I do miss just regular cordial cherries. My mom used to give me a box of those every year, too.
I'm never too fond of those.
I used to be.
Yeah, I've always that was the thing my grandma used to get me all the time. Like,
Yeah.
because I used to,
Now- Actually, what I really miss are those Lifesavers books.
Oh yeah.
fuck
like,
yeah.
Man, you get that, it's and like there's a whole like roll of the butterscotch.
Oh, for me, it's the whole roll of just wild cherry.
Yeah. See, unfortunately, Kevin, that doesn't stand up or they changed the recipe because last year in I think it was my stocking, Dusty gave me a roll of butterscotch. It wasn't that good. Like it.
That sucks.
Yeah, I know.
Now,
I mean,
what
they
about
were
Andy's
okay.
mints? How do you guys feel about Andy's mints?
Oh yes,
Yes, absolutely. Okay.
Fine.
Oh,
I
God
do
damn it.
love me some Andes
I mean,
mints.
I can't really
Yeah.
remember what they're like.
No.
So.
The little,
No,
the little chocolate mints with the green layer.
Oh,
in them.
those are fucking great.
Yeah, that's. Andes
Have you
mints.
tried the red ones?
No,
The
I didn't
ones
know
that,
there were red ones.
so they have like Andy's mints, but they're kind of like cherry. Like, guess what my favorite artificial fruit flavor is, by the way?
Cherry.
Right? No.
Same.
So
Cherry
what-
Brothers.
Yeah, cherry. All three of
What?
us.
Right?
It's not your favorite, is it? Yeah.
Cherry,
I'm not sure, just indifferent.
cherry and
Or just-
strawberry are my two favorites.
Yeah, like what flavor icy would you get?
Oh,
Or
cherry.
slush? Yeah.
Yeah. When I go to the snowball place, I get
Yeah.
get a
So,
cherry.
so what sort of discount stores? Because out here, like I literally live. There's a Dollar Tree next to where I live, so I'll occasionally go down there and I'll pick up something. You know what I mean? They're great
Yeah.
for like holiday candy and stuff. But what do you guys got?
So I'm not
We
really
got like
much.
Family Dollar.
Yeah, we got Dollar Tree, Family Dollar,
Is
Dollar
Dollar
General.
still around?
Oh, yeah,
yeah,
no, they're
yeah.
the
We
biggest
drove
ones.
by one. That's right.
Five Below.
Yeah.
We got all. Look, we're the poor South. We got like all the
Yeah.
goddamn discount
Well,
stores.
I'm just gonna throw out there that like Dollar Tree is great for just like little nice small servings of just like whatever holiday candy. So
Yeah.
what you ought to do is maybe like I'll put together a list and we can do like a taste test.
Y'all can do a taste test.
Oh, that's right. God damn
yeah.
it, you and your diabetes.
Yeah, fuck me. Here's the thing that gets me about like Family Dollar and Dollar General is you'll be driving through the middle of nowhere, no houses, no civilization. It's become a dirt road, and then you will just pass a Family Dollar with a full parking lot.
Well, yeah, they've. That's why a lot of them have started selling like actual fresh like produce and shit because they're like the last bastion of food in these food deserts.
There was a video I was watching. I don't remember who did it, but it was about like the economics of Dollar Tree and like how kind of insidious these dollar stores are as far as what they do to communities and shit.
Hey, was that a Company Man?
No, because Company Man doesn't get like that negative. You know what I mean?
Okay, that's true.
No, this
Good
was like
videos,
more. This was definitely a more liberal YouTuber, if you know what I mean. So,
gotcha.
Yeah, because I watch a lot of my like doomer liberal stuff, but
Yeah, I can't do that right now.
yeah, but okay, no, I just well, you know, I think that would be fun to at some point we could do like it would be an audio nightmare to hear like the chewing and biting noises, but like I think doing but it almost seems like something we would want to do on video. You know what I mean? Like a tasting thing.
I feel like we should start doing that some on the YouTube channel, even though we get like, when I was uploading the videos, we were getting like no views. So whatever.
Like you know, here's the thing. I did Jackbox the other day with Spooky Dice Bag and Flag for Content, and like we should literally just start doing like Jackbox once in a while because it's fun. It's fun. Like there's some funny shit we could do there.
Oh yeah, I love Jackbox.
Yeah, Mike, you actually have some Jackbox.
Now Mike could run the show and do that.
Yeah,
So,
I think you should.
Yeah, no, I think you know what I'm gonna tell our listeners if you're interested because I was telling our friends at Spooky Dice Bag and Fly for Content like, hey, like what if we did our 3 shows head to head on
as
you know,
teams.
games. Yeah,
That would be fun.
yeah. So I don't know, but yeah, I just I do have a couple other things I wanted to talk about, but just any other holiday treats you guys want to mention?
Pecan pie.
Yeah, I was gonna say, Mike, if you don't mention pecan pie, you're a fool.
Yeah, in fact, we're at when we're at Costco today. They have big ass pecan pies, and I was thinking about it. I was like, I want to get this. I'm not going to get it this time. But then after, like later tonight, I realized, wait, Thanksgiving's next weekend, and last year I postponed getting the pecan pie, and then they never came back after Thanksgiving. So I'm gonna have to get one.
The only other one I'd throw out there is like the holiday creamers because I drink a lot of coffee.
Yeah.
Go figure. I'm jittery.
Jittery Dave.
No, that's exactly it. Like I don't function without coffee. So you know I like getting the seasonal stuff. You know what I mean? Like and some of them go like hard too. Just like the flavors and stuff. But I'm always down for like a peppermint mocha creamer. Yeah. So, okay. So, now, Kevin, did you read any of the Absolute DC stuff yet? I think you saw. I think you read
yes.
Superman.
Yeah, I read Superman and Batman, and I hate you because I really enjoyed both of those.
Now, did you read Wonder Woman yet?
It is not up where I
Yeah.
read them yet.
No, I get you. You're gonna love Wonder Woman too. But
Okay. Well, here's the thing. I read issue 2 of Batman, and that was not what I was expecting for a Batmobile.
I haven't read that issue yet. I've only read the first issue of all three of those.
Okay.
But no, you
when
didn't
read
spoil
2,
anything. Yeah.
It's they introduce a Batmobile, and
I feel like I know what it'll probably be based on the Bruce Wayne of that first issue. But like, no, I just so of the three, I have to say that like I am all about Absolute Superman.
yeah, I like it. I'm looking forward to the second issue. Here's the thing. I just like it's working better than I thought. But the bat symbol is still stupid.
Oh yeah, no, and the fact that it turns into an axe is dumb as hell.
So dumb.
But it's dumb in a comic book way that I admire.
I really like the Superman origin stuff so far.
Because the axe blade being the bat signal makes no sense for mobility.
No.
It makes absolutely no sense for mobility. Mike, have you read any of these yet?
No, I've seen like the stuff from it, but
I would be curious to get your take on these if you ever get a chance to read them because they're incredible. But yeah, so like I'm absolutely in love with this version of Superman. Like it's socialist Superman. Taking him back to his fucking roots.
Word.
Yeah, I actually because I brought back my comic column. Yeah, because I was doing a column on the Duck webcomics called Panel by Panel where I'd analyze people's art and stuff on the site. But I now have moved that over to my website for more broad comics-based journalist shit. So I'm in the middle of writing a essay right now looking at like the socialist elements of like Superman, right?
Okay.
And that's going to be a ton of fun.
Not to get into the like how the sausage is made, is there any reason you moved it over to your site? Is it just like a centralization thing, or?
Well, you've seen how fucking busy I've been with the site.
That's true.
Yeah, like because again, like I'm trying to like because I started off with that whole. I opened up the blog because I had the original portfolio site, and then I opened up a new site under that, which was the blog. And it was me, like, I did that thing about retreating to kind of, like, my own kind of thing because I want to avoid platforms. And I've enjoyed... This is probably the happiest I've been creatively for a while because I kind of have this platform of my own making. I can do what I want. It's kind of like sink or swim based on the quality of stuff I do, where it's not, like, algorithms determining stuff, like especially because I'm using like Blue Sky and Mastodon as my only social media, and that's not algorithm based, right? So I'm a lot of it's just coming down to like me having to like produce stuff, and I'm enjoying everything I'm doing. So the first column that I brought back was graphic content, which it's now Revenge of Graphic Content. But I was thinking about it's like what other stuff have I done that like gives me kind of a focus point for my writing, and I was just thinking about a panel by panel, and I already talked to Ozone Ocean, and there was no issue there. It's like an agreement thing because he was just giving me the space. I'm like, hey, I'm interested. Yeah, go for it. And I'm still gonna post there occasionally. It's just whenever I write a panel by panel that involves a comic from the Duck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But otherwise, I'm just whatever I want to write about comic-wise. That's what this is about. So, it could be essays, it could be reviews. I want to get back into like reviewing comics regularly.
Okay.
So
cool.
Yeah, that's basically it.
You're making me want to redo my landing page on Neo City so I can just post that.
Yeah, no, I feel good. I don't know if this is for everybody, but for me, like, it makes sense. You've seen how I've kind of come up with, like, visual gimmicks for certain types of posts and everything like that. It's me being me, which I'm trying not to force myself to fit into any like preconceived notion of what like a portfolio site should be, because normally a portfolio site wouldn't have like an active blog in the way that I'm doing it. Like I'm fucking posting fiction there, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I had submitted a story to a weird fiction magazine. They unfortunately passed on it, but it is up on the website, so you can actually go ahead and read it, and it's a lot of fun.
Good.
Yeah. So, anyway, so Absolute DC, fantastic so far. I'm definitely looking forward to keeping up with that. However, fuck you, Kevin. I finally started reading these new X-Men titles.
Yeah, which one?
So I started off with, I've read all 7 issues of X-Men with Cyclops' team in Alaska.
Isn't it good?
It is so good. Like, as a Cyclops fan, I am just incredibly happy.
Yeah.
Juggernaut's fucking fantastic, and I fucking love Kid Omega. I hate Kid Omega, but I love Kid Omega.
I understand what you mean, but fuck Kid Omega. Just kind of...
He's a shit, but I love him for that.
Okay.
Yeah, no, but X-Men's been incredible. I'm right now reading Uncanny. I think I'm like 3 issues into that.
Yeah, they just wrapped up a big chunk of that storyline in the latest, and man, I love the art in that series.
Yeah, and I just enjoy these different combinations. So like Cyclops' team is the weirdest combination of characters for me,
which somehow it works because
Yeah.
Cyclops tends to work best with like disparate members of a group, like the all new X-Men.
Yeah, absolutely. Like I love Cyclops' team, and I like because I'm only right now in Uncanny where Jubilee is going to show up, right? Which like give me any story that has Wolverine and Jubilee. I love stories that involve Wolverine and his like daughters, right?
His bizarre family. Yeah,
Yes,
you're gonna
yes.
love what happens in the latest one. Then
Oh man, and then I need to what's the other title? Because I know they got like a bunch of one shots for characters, but there's like at least 3 big X-Men titles.
Hang
right
on,
now.
I can tell you if you give me a second. So stretch
Was
a
it-
little bit.
Yeah, I think it was X-Force, the one where it's kind of the Suicide Team.
I haven't read that one, honestly. I need to go and read that one.
What's the social media one? Where
That is
streaming?
X Factor.
X Factor. Okay, yeah. So that's the one I'm gonna put on my list next.
X
for
Factor
sure.
is really amusing for that. And then there's Exceptional X-Men, which I'm waiting for an update. That is Kitty Pryde, and they're slowly bringing in Emma Frost.
Oh.
So, they've got a history.
Yeah, absolutely. I just again, like it's nice to be like reading X-Men again.
Yeah, see? That's what I was talking about.
Yeah, and then now I've mentioned a few times. This is me just kind of talking comic books because I've been finding time to read them.
Right.
Did you ever read any of the new Ultimate Marvel stuff that's out?
I haven't.
So that has been really interesting. I keep drifting between which is my favorite, but I think my favorite is this Ultimate X-Men title.
Now that's by God, what is that artist?
Momo.
Yes, Momo.
Yeah.
Peach Momo or something like that.
Yeah,
I don't
Peach
remember.
Momokun or something.
Yeah.
But this is really interesting because it's it gives me Om Shinrikyo vibes because there is a mutant cult in Japan.
Oh, that's fucked up.
Yeah, it's absolutely fascinating. I love this kind of like shitty version of the Ultimate Marvel universe where history's been rewritten. That's been absolutely fascinating.
Okay.
I definitely would recommend at least giving Ultimate X-Men a try because it's also like so different.
I saw the art and I was like, I gotta be in the right mood to tackle this one.
Well, and it's not just the art, but it's just like the vibes of the story so far. Because every issue seems to be like a month in real time. Like it takes place.
So it's actually moving in time. Okay.
Yeah, a month later. So that's why So Spider-Man has been absolutely fascinating. Black Panther's been great. I really recommend giving those a try. But I would honestly start with Ultimate X-Men.
Okay.
because it's so different.
Well, you did just remind me the new G.I. Joe series finally dropped the first issue that's in the Energon universe, so I read that today, and that was pretty good.
And this is this is directly crossing over with Transformers, or is this just the same?
G.I. Joe happens because the whole G.I. Joe team happens because Starscream destroyed the plane Duke was in, and then Cobra's whole thing is you know how in the cartoon they had guns that looked normal but they shot lasers?
Yeah.
Yeah, in the comic that's because Cobra's figured out a way to make Energon guns.
Fucking hell, that sounds amazing. I'm gonna have to try that too.
Yeah, no, it's pretty fucking good, and they're not afraid to like throw everything away canon-wise because Baroness is a member of G.I. Joe right now.
Ooh, interesting.
She's like a founding member of the team at the moment.
Like, I hope that like this G.I. Joe Transformers movie crossover that's coming out is like gonna be half as good as this comic sounds.
Yeah, I'm hoping so too. We'll see, but like the comics are really fucking good, and they've like shown the origin of Starscream, which is like, man, Megatron manipulated him into what he is, and also, you know how in a lot of you know how in a lot of the recent stuff, Megatron's like been way more of a sympathetic character. Like you look at what's going on in Cybertronian society, and you're like, no, I get it. I get it. Like in Transformers 1, you're like, no, I get it. He's wrong, but I get it.
Yeah.
No, this is much more like, okay, what if like a really complex Transformers world, but G1 Megatron?
Yeah. He's just
evil. Just fucking evil and manipulative.
No, just the way that you were describing Megatron in Transformers 1, it just reminds me of that Brooklyn Nine-Nine scene where it's a, cool motive, still murder.
Yeah, exactly. But like in this, one of my favorite things that's happened is like Starscream's holding Megatron in gun form.
Oh, shit.
And Megatron's like, I need someone to wield, I have this power, but someone must wield it. But when you use Megatron, he also exerts a certain amount of control over your mind.
Oh.
So, like, someone has to use him, but he's using them as well.
Yeah. Oh, man, that sounds...
So, this is all in flashback. It is fucked up.
And what is the name of the actual comic title? It's
just Transformers.
So it's just Transformers 2023 or 2024?
Yep, 2023 and G.I. Joe 2024.
I mean, fuck it, man. I'm going to do it. If you want to go ahead and give Ultimate X-Men a try, I'll start reading the Transformers stuff.
I'll do it.
Mike, and Mike, you get in on it. You get in on it.
Even if you don't read the Marvel stuff, you really need to check out Transformers. It's so fucking good.
Okay.
I forgot what happened to Bumblebee in the very first issue, because I've been sitting here going, where are they going to bring in Bumblebee? Oh, yeah, fuck.
Now, Mike, how big of a comics guy are you?
I'd say
used to be bigger.
Yeah, I'd say kind of a medium.
Okay, all right.
Not a small.
Well, I mean,
me, him, and our friend Austin were like all three like super into comics when we were in high
I was
school.
never really super, and I had like some I liked, but I never. My problem was I've got too much FOMO to like. Comics are one of those things. It's like you either have to be really on it or you're just going to miss things.
Which is why I'm reading them digitally.
Yeah, nowadays, digital it's a bit easier, but
there's
just so many series I would like miss an issue on and just be like, well, fuck.
Yeah. No, I feel you. I think it's gotten a little easier, especially now that like I'm no longer, because story continuities keep changing. I'm just going to read whatever fucking continuity I'm interested in, and yeah. So I don't know. Like I would definitely, if I were to throw a title at you, honestly, Ultimate X-Men. It's
very manga.
It's so weird, like the way that it uses. And when I say weird, I'm not being dismissive of it. Because it's very much rooted in like actual Japanese culture and everything like that. And it's unique to see how X-Men kind of deals
Yeah.
with these kind of things, especially like the cult angle of it all. So I don't know. I would definitely suggest giving that a try. But other than that, no, that's about all I've got going on aside from building a character sheet this week, and I won't talk about that.
Yeah,
right now.
we'll get into that another day.
Yeah.
So you that's it for you?
Yeah. No, I think that's it for now.
Okay. Well, we're gonna do a short version of a game. Do you remember that website you could go to and it's got the genie and you think of a character and it asks you questions? Basically, we're going to do maybe not 20 questions, but I asked both of you to think of a fictional character.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And I have to try to guess what the character is.
Mm-hmm.
And whoever is the most difficult to figure out is the winner.
Well, shit.
Yes. So, and if, that means you got to rethink of who you're going to use, go for it.
Nope. I am confident in my lack of confidence, and I'm going to stick with what I came up with.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Now, who would like to be the first victim?
Doesn't matter. Dealer's
Jesus
choice.
Christ.
I'm just saying dealer's choice.
Okay.
You pick.
Fine. Mike.
Yeah.
All right. Let me get something to mark off the number of questions, and I have knocked over everything on my desk. Fantastic.
Nice. Smooth.
I'm impressed this episode had an action sequence.
Yep. Yeah. All right. So, Mike.
Yes.
Is your character, and these are going to be yes or no questions.
Yes.
All right. Is your character a female?
No.
Okay. Is your character in a fantasy setting?
Yes.
All right. Until we reach the 20th question, I am free to make guesses.
Okay.
Is it Rand al'Thor?
No.
Okay.
That doesn't count as a question, does it?
No, it does not. Okay. Is your character from a book series?
Originally, no.
Interesting. Is your
Computing.
character... What's that?
Computing.
Yeah. Is your character from an anime?
Not originally, no.
Have I ingested the media that this character is from?
Yes.
So I've seen this shit. Is your character from a television show?
Not originally.
What the fuck? Okay. Does your character use a sword?
Yes.
Is your character a Thundercat?
No.
Is your character from a toy line?
Not originally.
Okay, what the fuck?
How many questions is that, by the way?
We're at 9 questions.
Shit.
Is your character in a film?
No.
Don't like you know where the fuck you're going.
Shut up, bitch. Is your character in a video game?
Yes.
Is your character Link?
Yes.
Oh, there we go.
Oh, shit. Well played, sir.
I got it in 10 questions.
Oh, shit.
This is a good one, Mike. I was actually kind of leaning toward He-Man until you said the movie thing. I was like, well, he was in a movie, so. All right.
I could have tipped it way earlier if I said not yet, but
Not yet, yeah. I'm glad you didn't, though.
yeah.
All right, David.
You want to
Yes.
know how I came up with that?
How did you?
I literally looked at a character on my screen wallpaper.
Was it Femboy Link or something?
No, it's normal. No, he's gone now. It was
Okay.
normal Link.
You and your rotating stuff.
Yeah.
All right, so David. Is your character a male?
Yes.
All right. Is your character in a film?
Yes.
Is your character in a fantasy setting?
I'm going to say yes.
Okay. Has your character been in an animated series?
Yes.
Is your character He-Man?
No.
Okay. Has your character been in a toy line?
Yes.
All right. Does your character use a sword?
No.
Have I seen the media your character is in?
Yes.
Is your character an elf?
No.
Okay. Is your character a dwarf?
No.
Okay. Is your character human?
Yes.
All right. Damn, that's 10 already.
Mm-hmm.
Is your character from a comic book?
No.
Okay. Is your character young?
No.
Interesting. Is your character evil?
No.
Okay. Okay. All right. Shit. Damn, son.
I can already figure out there's going to be one point of contention when I reveal the character, but I stand by my answer.
I will strangle you, probably. Does your character use weapons?
No.
Is your character a hobbit?
No.
Okay. Straight out of that. I've got 5 more questions.
Okay.
All right. Is your character Santa Claus?
No.
Okay. Damn it. Is your character black?
No.
Is your character famous in the world he is in?
I'm going to say no.
Has your character been around in popular culture for a long time?
Yes.
Damn it. I was about to say something. I was like, no, he doesn't use a weapon. Fuck. Is the setting your character in humorous?
Yes.
Is it Rincewind?
No.
Okay. Last question. Did your character debut in a book?
No.
All right, I'm stumped. I've got no idea.
All right, you want me to reveal?
Yeah. You won that one because I could not figure it out.
Yabba dabba doo, it's Fred Flintstone.
Oh, you motherfucker. That's
And
not fantasy.
Yes, they had a fucking pterodactyl as a speaker for the record player, sir. That is fantasy.
That's not classic fantasy.
No, that is fantasy. That is absolutely fantasy. Their garbage disposal
That
was
is
a woolly mammoth.
fictionalized history, sir.
I'm sorry, no. That is absolutely fantasy.
There's no magic. There's no,
You're the great Gazoo, motherfucker.
Okay, he's got us on that, but
you can't say to anybody,
no one's going to go through and count the Flintstones as one of the great high fantasy epics of the 20th century.
That wasn't the question. It was whether or not the Flintstones could be classified as fantasy, and it totally could. Because of the fucking dinosaurs being used as appliances.
You're outvoted because I can't abide by that either.
Yeah, no, Mike won this one by default.
It has some fantasy aspects, but it does not adhere to enough fantasy tropes to be.
How are we defining fantasy here? If we're talking specifically
we're talking
about
like,
dragons and swords.
Yeah, we're talking,
Tolkien-esque fantasy.
No, I'm still saying that Fred Flintstone and the Flintstones in general, it's fantastical.
I'm still giving it to Mike in this podcast. It's now ended. No, I'm kidding.
You put it to a jury of 12 nerds, and 11 of them are going to come back and say,
you know what?
I'm
giving it to Mike, but I will give the Peanut Gallery a chance to redeem Mr. David Davis. If you agree with David that the Flintstones counts as a fantasy, let us know either in the Discord or contact us at team@supernaturalselectionpod.com. If you don't agree, you're a normal human being.
If the Flintstones is fantasy, so is
the Jetsons?
No. Well, kind of, yeah. But so is the movie Caveman.
So's Captain Caveman, for that matter.
Yeah. No, I would still say those are fantasy.
Those are fantastical, they have fantastical elements, but they're not fantasy.
It's a cartoon for kitty fingies.
Fantasy as a genre has specific tropes that, you're not.
Yeah, nope. I'm giving it to Mike, but I will give the Peanut Gallery a chance to redeem you. Please let us know via the normal channels. We're also on social media.
We're also gonna have to post this to social media as well.
Yep. David, you've got access to those accounts as well, right?
Yeah, at least one of them. So
yeah. You can find us on Mastodon at SupernatPod at HorrorHub.club. You can find us on Blue Sky. We're just at SupernatPod at BLSky.social.
Speaking of fantasy, mastodons were used as vacuum cleaners in the Flintstones.
Motherfucker, you're not winning this argument.
If that's true, then Winnie the Pooh is fantasy. Then
absolutely,
I would count Winnie the Pooh as fantasy more than I would the Flintstones.
Then,
because there are heffalumps and woozles in Winnie the Pooh, at least.
It's also a fucking living storybook with a talking bear. It's fantasy.
I would count that. Look, I will agree that I would count Winnie the Pooh as fantasy.
You go to the fantasy section of the bookstore, you're not going to find Flintstones.
I was going to say, did someone just slam a keyboard in frustration or something?
No, I dropped my diagonal cutters.
Oh, okay.
Where he was going to try to cut our throats through the internet. Anyway, no, I do not agree with you on this. Mike won. Mike, congratulations, you win because David's being semantic.
No.
He's arguing in bad faith.
He is.
Oh, God. Really?
Internet, solve this. You can redeem him. Or you can shame him more, whichever. All right.
I think the people are going to be on my side.
I don't know about that. We'll see. I think Lenora might be on your side, but we'll see about the rest.
I had several questions where I could have answered in a way like that, but I chose to say not originally.
No, I legitimately believe that the Flintstones is fantasy.
You could have said not in a traditional sense.
Look, like I always say,
he said fucking yes or no answers, motherfucker.
You are free to have your opinion, David, as long as you know that you're wrong.
He doesn't know he's wrong. That's the problem. He still thinks he's right.
I know, but anyway, that's it for this week. Now that we have basically dissolved this friendship. No, I'm kidding. I want to thank everyone for listening. Of course, we'll be back as soon as we can with Super Nat Pod. We had a hell of a time trying to record this week, ending on Saturday with Discord just fucking dying.
Yeah,
right when we were going to record.
20 minutes before we went to record, Discord just shit the bed and wasn't back for an hour.
In Flintstones terms, the spider that's inside the computer that runs the internet kind of got tired and took a break.
It basically slid the side of the computer open and went, "It's a living."
Yeah, but here's the thing: all the stuff, they adhere to physical principles, like the
my god,
the
we're
bird
still
in the
on
camera
this.
is carving. The only special
David,
thing
what have
is
you done? This is the Smash Brothers.
the only special things
tell
the
me, did
dinosaurs that
cavemen
are
have cars?
indentured servants have are intelligence.
Did cavemen have cars?
You don't know.
Look,
Oh,
I wouldn't call anything Jules Verne fantasy.
That was science fiction.
But there's like fantastical elements there.
Well,
we'll save that for next week.
Guys, we're gonna go ahead and close it out before.
But I'm still
all this
arguing.
ends.
I'm still arguing. Somebody's wrong on the internet. I have to
I
continue arguing.
understand that. You can post about it on the Discord.
I'm looking forward to your DMs, motherfucker.
Oh god. Hey, we're in a group text now. You can keep us both awake.
God, I
4 in the morning, you get a text from Mike. You're wrong, motherfucker.
Honestly, I'm just happy to be in a group text with you guys. It should have happened sooner.
Yeah, it's true.
I'm surprised Kevin didn't have your phone number when we were trying to get in touch with you.
Right.
Well, we're internet friends, and I didn't think to try to move it to the real world. It's just, my brain doesn't work like that sometimes.
Kevin didn't think to take it to the next level.
Yep. So, guys.
Oh, man. And then we could also make a Patreon bonus of, here's snippets from the group text.
Oh, God. Yes.
Be parasocial.
God. So, guys, our closing thought, our
yes.
positive affirmation before we leave. I went through to try to find something that isn't be excellent to each other, as Mike was doing and you have been doing. And I found a nice one from Robert Frost, who I love Robert Frost. Mm-hmm. And given the state of the world right now, everything that's happened, including Elon Musk getting his fucking lawyers involved with the InfoWars thing.
Oh, God.
This is, again, quote from Robert Frost. In 3 words, I can sum up everything I've learned about life. It goes on.
Oh.
So, keep that in mind.
I like that.
Yeah. It's going to keep going, so...
Yeah, unless you're on fire.
Yeah. Or to sum it up in modern internet terms, the horrors persist, but so do I. So...
For real.
Word. Thank you, everyone, for listening. We will be back next week with a Weekend Weird so we can talk about some really dumb shit I found. Find out more about the show at supernatpod.rocks. There's links to everything you need there. So, we'll see you next time. Good luck climbing out of the distraction hole. May the ghost of Fred Flintstone be your co-pilot.
Yabba dabba doo.
Yabba dabba doo. Good night, everybody. It's not a fucking fantasy either.
Yes, it absolutely is.
Fuck off.
The internet will redeem me.
Your ass.